Come on, you cannot go up the gut of a down screen. You've got to chase this way. This just doesn't get it done. Okay, you got to force Drew Holiday this way. This is where your drop coverage needs to come, because now this player can step up and backside help, because if a skip pass is made, it's an easy X out, right? But when you run this ball screen this way, there's zero backside help for Giannis. Need to have a lot more urgency guarding Drew Holiday in transition. You got to sprint back. You got to get your feet set. You got to be in a defensive stance. Look at this player just backpedaling and backpedaling. You're not. This isn't defense. Stop backpedaling in transition. Get sprint back, which you should have been doing already, and be in a defensive stance with your feet set so you can guard the ball. You're just backpedaling to infinity. And now this player's got to help, and there's no one to box out that Giannis guy. Switching this screen right here, stop. You got to get underneath the screener when you switch. You cannot switch over the top. Okay, if you're Gorgie Dieng here, please sprint back. You're not getting this ball, so sprint back. It is humongous that you stay ahead of the ball. Why did you just do that? What is Gorgie Dieng doing? You're guarding Giannis. So if you want to be in... Well, this player's going under the screen, so you should be up and guarding Giannis. There's no drop coverage here. This player went under the screen. So, why did you just get screened here? You should be up here and guarding Giannis. What? Okay, so the Spurs trap Grayson Allen in the corner. Stop. What is Jeremy Sohan doing? You need to be here first to deny this pass. But also, because when this pass gets made, you got to be immediately rotating up because this player's coming here. You're not immediately rotating up, so you're not able to guard now. Okay, having urgency, getting in a defensive stance with your feet set when you are guarding Giannis is a non-negotiable. Look at this player backpedal, not in a defensive stance with his feet set. Good night. Okay, what is Malachi Bradham doing? Like, keep your feet set and be in a defensive stance right now, okay? Because you're not going to double the post. Like, this isn't doubling the post. Now you're just moving your feet inward for no reason. You're not doubling the post. All you're doing is making it impossible for you to get back out. Okay, so we have a turnover here. Now, we're not going to see this player for a second in our picture, but he should certainly be sprinting back because he's going to end up guarding Giannis. So you have to be in a defensive stance with your feet set. This is a real problem that when the next time we see him, that this is how you're defending Giannis. Not happening. So one person doubling Giannis is fine. We do not need a triple team. All right? This player's got to stay home. Like, this is ridiculous. You have 3 Spurs players surrounding Giannis. So, yeah. You are Jeremy Sohan. You have got to keep Giannis in front of you, battle for real estate, initiate contact if he's cutting through. I mean, Okay, so Keita Bates-Diop has 0 chance of guarding Giannis in the open floor like this. He's just not going to get there in time. All right? So stop. So right now, this Spurs player needs to be sprinting here. This Spurs player needs to be moving in. All right? Right here in the gaps. Giannis cannot have space here. So now, when Giannis comes this way, you can just stunt without having to move your feet, and you'll be able to recover because your feet are set. But none of that happens. You have to have such an amazing amount of urgency guarding Giannis in the open floor. This is not it. Gorgie Dieng's been backpedaling now for a while. We just saw him now. You have to sprint back, get to the three-point line with in a defensive stance with your feet set if you want any hope of guarding Giannis. Apparently, you don't want any hope of guarding Giannis. So Jeremy Sohan is not doubling the post here. He is trying to dig in the post, I guess. So get your feet set, be in a defensive stance, okay? So you have a modicum of a hope to get out to the three-point line. Look at Jeremy Sohan right now. He's just jumping up and down. So this is now just literally a warm-up 3. What is Jeremy Sohan doing? You're guarding Giannis. Defensive stance, feet set. Is that happening right now? Look at this. That's how you want to guard Giannis. Look at your feet. So you bite on the pump fake, you're going uphill, he's going downhill. What is this Spurs player doing? You've got to get up and guard the ball because we've got to direct this ball handler. Stop. So if you're up and guarding the ball, which you're not even close to doing, now I can force Drew Holiday to have to stay here coming off of this ball screen. Let's just show it. So hypothetically, if you were doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're angling Drew Holiday here so that the drop coverage can be here, and I have backside defenders here, and then there's another one here in the corner. So I have two backside defenders on Giannis. But the screen is being set here, this big S to drop here. There's no backside defender in this. This is why you have to guard Giannis now. Feet set, defensive stance. You're just backpedaling. So the problem is look, now Giannis is posting you up. So you haven't even defended his post up until he's already in the lane. It's just too late. Like, it's already too late. You get... Okay, so the Spurs are again in no position to guard Giannis. Now, we have a double team coming right here, right? So Zach Collins needs to stay here, and this player needs to stay in the corner guarding his man. Where are these players going? We do not need... I mean, you have literally 5 defenders all staring at Giannis. Unnecessary, because when he kicks it out, you can't rotate. Cannot drop this far on Joe Ingles. You've got to drop higher. You have backside help right here for Brook Lopez's role. Please. This is literally like a warm-up 3. What is this Spurs guard doing? Just stay with Javon Carter as you fight over the screen. Stop. You have backside help here for Bobby Portis's role. Okay, so what? Like, stop gambling. Look at this. You just took yourself out of the play. You cannot go under a screen, especially with Joe Ingles, a great three-point shooter, when there is all this space to go over, because you're just going too far under.